Today, in the occasion of the country's largest ICT Expo, Digital World 2020, I, Mohammad Aminul Haq, Finance Secretary of Bangladesh Association of Call Center and Outsourcing, welcome and acknowledge each and everyone's presence in this seminar titled BPO, the Key to Unlock Digital Transformation. In this month of victory, I would like to express my deepest admiration and gratitude to the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and all the freedom fighters who fought the liberation war under his leadership and sacrificed their lives. Without sacrifice of their lives, today we can't even think of this nation where we are standing right now. Digital Bangladesh is a transformed version of Sonar Bangla, dream of the greatest leader, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Bangabandhu is the symbol of our independence, and his able daughter, our Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, is the role model of our economic emancipation. Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has given the first step by declaring her vision towards digital Bangladesh in December 2008. Since this declaration, one of the significant part of ICT sector, business process outsourcing, has emerged. While the central trade body of BPO in Bangladesh, BACCO, has established in 2009. I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, MP, Honorable Foreign Minister, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, for allowing his time to be a part of this seminar. Also, we have in our seminar Mr. Wahid Sharif, President of Bangladesh Association of Call Center and Outsourcing and Managing Director, Digicon Technologies. Mr. Raymond Devadas, President, Call Center Association of Malaysia and CEO of Day 3 Business Services. Mr. Emdadul Haq, Secretary General, Internet Service Providers Association of Bangladesh and Director of Optimex Communication Limited. Mr. Rashid Mujib Noman, Director of BACCO and Managing Director, Augmetics Bangladesh. And at last, Mr. Abdul Zayed, Founder and CEO, Zayed Corporation. First, I would like to invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, MP, to give his welcome speech at the beginning. Sir.
Thank you very much. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. At the outset, I would like to thank all those who have been praying for our quick recovery. And I'm thankful to God that I'm on my way to recovery from the COVID-19. আমি প্রথমত আমার বিওপি নেতৃবৃন্দ এবং উপস্থিত অতিথিবৃন্দ আসসালামু আলাইকুম। তথ্য ও প্রযুক্তি বিভাগের উদ্যোগে অনুষ্ঠিত তথ্য প্রযুক্তি বিষয়ক দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ এবং এশিয়ার অন্যতম বৃহৎ প্রযুক্তি আসর ডিজিটাল ওয়ার্ল্ড 2020 উদযাপনের অংশ হিসাবে বাংলাদেশ অ্যাসোসিয়েশন অফ কল সেন্টার এন্ড আউটসোর্সিং ইন শর্ট BACCO এর আয়োজিত এই সেমিনার BPO, the key to unlock digital transformation থাকতে পেরে আমি অত্যন্ত আনন্দিত। আমি BACCO-কে সাধুবাদ জানাই। তারা দেশীয় BPO-র কাজকে পাশাপাশি আন্তর্জাতিক পর্যায়ের BPO শিল্প নিয়ে কাজ করে যাচ্ছেন এবং কেবলমাত্র ঢাকার মধ্যে সীমাবদ্ধ না থেকে অন্যান্য বিভাগগুলোতেও BPO শিল্পের সম্প্রসারণের জন্য বর্তমানে কাজ করছেন। সেই সাথে এই বিষয়ে সেমিনার আয়োজন করার উদ্যোগটি অত্যন্ত প্রশংসনীয়। জাতির পিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান এই বাংলাদেশকে একটি সমৃদ্ধ সোনার বাংলা দেশ গড়ার জন্য প্রথম যে কাজটি হাতে নিয়েছিলেন সেটি হচ্ছে দেশের সকল তরুণ প্রজন্মকে সুশিক্ষায় শিক্ষিত করা। যে স্বপ্নের বীজ জাতির পিতা বপন করে গিয়েছিলেন সেই স্বপ্নের সফল বাস্তবায়ন করছেন তারই কন্যা রাষ্ট্রনায়ক শেখ হাসিনা। আর্কিটেক্ট অব ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রধানমন্ত্রীর তথ্য ও যোগাযোগ প্রযুক্তি বিষয়ক উপদেষ্টা সজীব ওয়াজেদ জয়ের দিক নির্দেশনায় ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ বর্তমানে তার পরিপূর্ণ রূপ পাচ্ছে। বর্তমানে এই বিপিও শিল্পে $400 মিলিয়ন আয় হচ্ছে, যা 2021 সালের মধ্যে 1 লক্ষ লোকের কর্মসংস্থান সৃষ্টির মাধ্যমে $1 বিলিয়ন উন্নীত হবে বলে আমরা আশা করছি। অদ্যাবধি এই শিল্পে 50,000 তরুণ তরুণীর কর্মসংস্থান হয়েছে। তবে সম্প্রতি চলাকালীন করোনা মহামারীর সময়ে চাকরির ক্ষেত্রে কিছুটা অস্থিরতা বিরাজ করলেও এই দুর্যোগ থেকে অনেকগুলো সুযোগের সৃষ্টি হয়েছে। সরকার আইটিএস শিল্পে কর্মসংস্থান সৃষ্টির পরিকল্পনা তৈরি করতে শিল্প নেতাদের সাথে কাজ করছে। তবে তরুণ তরুণীদের চাকরির পেছনে না ঘুরে তারুণ্য শক্তিকে কাজে লাগিয়ে নিজেই উদ্যোক্তা হয়ে গড়ে উঠতে হবে। তরুণ তরুণীদের আত্মবিশ্বাসী হয়ে সামাজিক ও সাংস্কৃতিক ভাবে বিকশিত করতে হবে। আমরা চাই তরুণরা নিজেদের এমন ভাবে বিকশিত করবে যেন অন্যের মুখাপেক্ষী হয়ে থাকতে না হয়। আর এজন্য সব সহযোগিতা করবে সরকার। নতুনত্ব ও উদ্যোক্তাদের উৎসাহিত করতে বরাবরই সরকারের পক্ষ থেকে বিভিন্ন প্রোগ্রাম চালু করা হয়েছে, আশা করা হয়েছে এবং যাচ্ছে। সরকারের এই ধরনের উদ্যোগের মাধ্যমে অনেক নতুন উদ্যোক্তাদের সৃষ্টি হবে। আমি মনে করি উদ্যোক্তা হয়ে ওঠার অনেক সুযোগ রয়েছে এই বিপিও শিল্পে, কারণ এখানকার সময়ে বিপিও এবং আউটসোর্সিং শিল্পের চাহিদা ব্যাপক। যে সকল প্রতিষ্ঠান আগে ডিজিটাইজেশনের কথা ভাবতেন না, তারা এখন তাদের সকল কার্যক্রম ডিজিটাল করার কথা ভাবছেন। তাই বলা চলে এই দুর্যোগ থেকে এই শিল্পে যথেষ্ট সম্ভাবনার সৃষ্টি হয়েছে। আমরা আমাদের পররাষ্ট্র মন্ত্রণালয়ে বিভিন্ন ধরনের অ্যাপস তৈরি করেছি এবং করছি। বাংলাদেশে এখনো প্রচুর শিক্ষিত যুবক বেকার, প্রতি বছর এই সংখ্যাটি বাড়ছে। অন্যদিকে শিল্প প্রতিষ্ঠানগুলো দক্ষ জনশক্তি না পাওয়ার বিষয়ে অভিযোগ করছে। এই সকল বিষয় মাথায় রেখে আইসিটি বিভাগের উদ্যোগে লিবারালাইজিং আইসিটি ফর গ্রোথ, এমপ্লয়মেন্ট এন্ড গভর্নেন্স প্রকল্প ও আইসিটি বিভাগ দক্ষ জনশক্তি তৈরিতে প্রশিক্ষণের জন্য বেশ কয়েকটি প্রকল্প হাতে নিয়েছে। ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ কর্মসূচি ঘোষণার পর দেশে বিগত 11 বছরে তথ্য প্রযুক্তি খাতে 10 লক্ষাধিক তরুণের কর্মসংস্থানের সুযোগ সৃষ্টি হয়েছে। এই সুযোগটি আন্তরিকতার সাথে গ্রহণ করলে লাভবান হবেন। সুতরাং এ বিষয়ে সজাগ অবশ্যই থাকবেন। একেবারে তৃণমূল পর্যায়ে গ্রামীণ জনগোষ্ঠীর মধ্যে ডিজিটাল সেবা পৌঁছে দিতে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশের উপকার মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনার সরকার অবিরাম কাজ করে যাচ্ছেন। সরকার চাচ্ছে দুর্গম এলাকার সব নাগরিক যেন শহরের সুযোগ সুবিধা ভোগ করতে পারে। আইসিটি বিভাগকে নিয়ে সরকার মহাপরিকল্পনা প্রণয়ন করেছে, যাতে করে একটি মানুষও আইসিটি সেবা থেকে বঞ্চিত না হয়। আপনারা জেনে খুশি হবেন যে আইসিটি মন্ত্রণালয়ের কারণে সিলেট জেলা, সিলেট শহরকে বাংলাদেশের প্রথম আইসিটি নগর হিসাবে প্রতিষ্ঠিত করা হয়েছে। তাই শুধু উন্নত শহরগুলোতেই এই ব্যবস্থা নয়, প্রত্যন্ত অঞ্চলের তরুণ মেধাবীরা আমাদের আইটি খাতে ও বিপিও শিল্পে কাজ করার সুযোগ পাচ্ছে। সরকার একই সাথে আইটি এবং আইটিএস রপ্তানিতে বিশেষ ফোকাস দিয়েছে। আইসিটি বিভাগ এই লক্ষ্য অর্জনের জন্য স্বল্পমেয়াদী ও দীর্ঘমেয়াদী রোডম্যাপ তৈরি করতে এই শিল্পের সাথে কাজ করছে। কেননা বিশ্ব চতুর্থ শিল্প বিপ্লবের কথা বলছে। সরকার আমাদের যুবকদের চতুর্থ শিল্প বিপ্লবের অংশ হতে প্রশিক্ষণ দেওয়ার জন্য আইটি ইনস্টিটিউট নির্মাণ করছেন। কোভিড-19 মহামারীর কারণে বর্তমান পরিস্থিতি মোকাবিলায় শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থা বিকশিত হচ্ছে আপনার আইসিটির মাধ্যমে। সম্প্রতি বিভিন্ন প্রশিক্ষণ উদ্যোগে ই-লার্নিং সরঞ্জামের ব্যাপক ব্যবহার শুরু হয়েছে, যাতে যে কোনো পরিস্থিতিতেই ডিজিটাল প্ল্যাটফর্ম ব্যবহার করে ক্লাস এবং প্রশিক্ষণ চালু রাখা যায়, যা আমাদের আইসিটি সেক্টরের জন্য বিরাট সাফল্য। তাই আমি বাক্যর উত্তরোত্তর সাফল্য কামনা করছি। আমি আশা করি তারা দেশের আইসিটি খাতের উন্নয়নে সবসময় এগিয়ে আসবেন এবং ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ বাস্তবায়নে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা পালন করবেন। জয় বাংলা, জয় বঙ্গবন্ধু।
ধন্যবাদ মাননীয় মন্ত্রী। আপনার বক্তব্য আমাদের বিপিও সেক্টরের জন্য অনুপ্রেরণা হয়ে কাজ করবে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
জি স্যার। At this moment, I would like to invite Mr. Rashid Mujib Numan to present the keynote of this seminar. Mr. Rashid Mujib Numan.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished guests from home and abroad, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are talking about how BPO is helping to unlock digital transformation. So as we talk about digital transformation, what do we really understand about digital transformation? As the digital transformation, the word suggests, it's really when we start imagining everything digitally. As we start moving away from paper-based documentation, from the regular spreadsheet to automation, that's when the digital transformation starts. In this digital era, any organization, any entrepreneurs thinks everything based on their customer. Everything is customer-centric. We hear Mark Benoff, chairman of Salesforce, says, every digital transformation is going to begin and end with the customer. And he added, I can see that in the minds of everyone. And really, in this new era of digital transformation, is totally customer-centric. When leaders start thinking about the digital transformation, they really think about how to increase the efficiency. And they always think how they can accommodate that, how they can incorporate that, the culture in their organization. Digital transformation is not always about gaining efficiency. At the same time, we have to think about what the technology is capable of. This digital transformation brings a lot of possibilities. And we really need to understand that how we can incorporate, how we can take advantage of digital transformation in our industry. If we can start uh, with few pointers. My goal is today is to make everyone think, right? So I'll try to touch on few. There are many points, but I'll try to touch on few. So if we start with business activities or functions. So think about Netflix, or the way the movie industry has changed. If we go back 20 years ago, we all used to go to different movie clubs, right? And then Netflix came when they start mailing the CDs. And what's happening today? In today's world, everything is streaming based content, right? So things are changing, and we are really adopting the change pretty fast. Few other things I would like to touch on. I guess my slides are not catching up with me. So business processes. Today, when we think about business processes, we always think about what's out there technically, technologically, so that we can optimize our business process. And when we think about optimization, we basically think about automation, right? So automation plays an important role in today's world. When we are thinking about how we start a new business, we always think about business models. And in today's world, we always design our business model depending on the technology available. Think about all the functions, how we do our marketing, how do we approach our clients. Things have changed. Today, the marketing is all about digital marketing. The marketing is all about social media. The marketing is all about reaching people through the devices they use on their day-to-day life. So the business ecosystem have been transforming, right? In today's, the business ecosystem is really developed based on the information available, the data available, the intelligence available. The technology offers us all this information and the data so we can make the right decision based on the ecosystem. Similarly, in a business, one of the things we always do is the asset management. But the asset management has also have changed, right? Today, the culture of an organization overlaps with the processes in that organization, which relates to the business activities, which is based on the collaboration between the IT and the digital transformation. The organizational culture have been evolving as well. Nowadays, it's always based on the technology. Think about how the technology is carving the culture. If we go back 10 years, we could not even think about the idea of working from home. People have to come to work today, right? But in last decade, that have started changing. We have started accepting that people can work from anywhere. And during this COVID-19 pandemic, the people who were not willing to adopt or accept that reality, we had to. And that technology has helped us to maintain the social distance, but at the same time, work from anywhere, from office, from home, from different part of the world. If you think about 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we used to think that if we are not talking in person, we cannot build a relationship. We cannot make things happen. But in today's world, as we are so much dependent on the technology, we have accepted, we have learned how to build a relationship, not even sitting next to each other. talking through the systems in 10,000s of miles away. We're not only building the relationships, we're running multi-million dollars and billion dollars of businesses. So the culture have been changing, right? Even if I refer to the organization I represent to, our headquarters is in United States and our operations is in Bangladesh. And we have learned how to develop a global culture. People from different parts of the world with different cultural background, we have learned to work together through this technology. What else? It's, if we think about what other possibilities. See, in today, our customers are also all over the world. We're talking about the BPO industry today. Sitting in Bangladesh, we are supporting organizations around the world. We're reaching out to customers around the world. So the customers have learned how to adopt the technology, how to get the services through the technology, and we also have learned how to provide services through the technology. In few minutes, you will listen to one of our panel members today, Jayed from Jayed Corp. During this COVID pandemic, Jayed was able to ship millions of masks from Bangladesh to US, and that was only possible because of adopting this digitization or the technology. So our customers base have been changing, our organization culture have been changing, and the approaches, the way we work with our vendors and partners, that have been changing. If we look at, these possibilities bring a lot of opportunities for us. Today, we always talk about the data science. Through this technology, we collect all the data, and this data help us to process and give us the trend so that we can manage our businesses intelligently. So data science, big data, give us a lot of intelligence today so that we can carve our business for efficiency. At the same time, based on all the technology, we are developing a lot of Internet of Things, IoT tools, which are helping us to collect the data so that we can analyze the data, feed into the model for the machine learning and deep learning and all those things. Same time, the AR, VR technology is helping us to engage better with our customers. Even in Bangladesh, we know one of our furniture manufacturer, Hatil, are developing the tools so that customers sitting at home can experience how those furnitures will look at their home. So that is bringing new opportunities for us. At the same time, adopting the technology, we are being able to do a lot of automation. This automation is helping us to reduce cost, increasing the performance, and at the same time, enabling our people to focus more on research and development and what's coming next. That's so important. The virtualization of workforce and the connectivity is helping us and to connect to the whole world. The world is becoming smaller and smaller. And the globalization is helping us to reach to the customers around the world. The artificial intelligence is helping us to make the better decision and so that we can handle the complex issues. Now, all these opportunities come with a lot of challenges at the same time. The first challenge is in the organization cultures because we are so much used to in the non-digital culture. Are we ready to accept the digitization? Are we ready to accept the transformation? Without the skill set, it's become very difficult. But can we learn? Can we gain the skill? Yes, of course we can. we are very much used to be driven by the conventional method of project management. But in today's world, we have to accept the agile methodology. And that is helping us to make the decision faster. So all these challenges really bringing the opportunity for the BPO industry. Because when we are expert with all this technology, when we have the skill set, we can offer that to our customers. Okay. So if we can provide the digital services, the technology-based services to our customers that help our customers to focus on the core businesses so that they can easily plan how to take the business to the next level, right? They don't have to worry about developing the skilled resources. As the BPO companies are working with multiple customers, multiple verticals, they have the first-hand experience that helps to mitigate the risk. At the same time, they can help to reduce the cost. It provides the flexibility and the sustainability to our customers. So basically, this BPO industry using the technology is really helping our customer to scale up faster. Now, along with all the opportunities, along with all the pluses, always there are some challenges. Sometimes the customers or the clients who are not used to using the technology, they find the challenge how they can control the quality. At the same time, that's opened the opportunity for the BPO companies who provide the services, because providing the better quality ensures a long-term support, a long-term customers. In today's world, all the companies are accepting technology, and digital transformation is happening fast. It's happening in the sector of automation, changing the culture, accepting the digital strategy, the consultancy around the world, the security services, change management, even the employee training are happening now globally. So all these things all the companies are accepting, and BPO companies sitting in one part of the world are providing services to the rest of the world. And we see, being an engineer, I pulled some data, and we see that the number one driving force is the better customer experience. And that's what I started my speech today, that in this new era everything is customer-centric. So what's coming in 2021, I will end with this. What we have noticed, there is huge upturn in the remote work. So the BPO industry is booming. At the same time, as the BPO industry, we provide services sitting in Bangladesh to the Western world. The cloud services, that business is increasing. The demand of artificial intelligence is increasing. Consumer-driven outsourcing is increasing. So basically, it's the time of automation, robotics, but based on artificial intelligence. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Rashid Mujib Noman. It's a wonderful presentation and a detailed presentation, I should say. And we have seen there's a lot of opportunities and scopes out there. And I already have mentioned that our industry have started this journey for a short time. And since 2009 to 2020, it's only 11 years. But the industry has put the remarkable footprint in the IT ITS industry in Bangladesh. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Wahid Sharif, president of BACCO, to give his speech on how BPO has stepped into this position in Bangladesh and what role it played in digital transformation. Mr. Wahid Sharif.
Thank you. Thank you, Anil Bhai, Honorable Foreign Minister, distinguished guests. First of all, thank you very much for attending this important seminar in the Digital World Conference. So, Anil Bhai, as you rightly say that, and in the keynote point, the BPO actually fits into all business arena, and it helps the business to focus on their core and outsource the non-core to the BPO companies, which they are the expert. And if any other IT companies, the BPO companies also based on technology, and they bring technology efficiency using technology and digitization to their customer and clients. And that client can be government or public sectors. So we started this journey 2009 with only 8 companies and only 300 employees to now almost 50,000 employees and almost 150 plus companies in this sector working in nationally and internationally. So the growth you guys have seen the tremendous growth and the potential in this in this industry. Uh, Locally, our member companies are working in citizen services segment, uh, BFSI banking segment, MNC, telecom is a big segment for outsourcing, pharmaceuticals. So any business you name it, probably our members are adding value to their customers' business. And definitely internationally, we have many more examples. Like India is in our neighboring country, Sri Lanka is there, Philippines is there, Malaysia. Raymond is here. He will definitely explain and that how Malaysia is doing in this region. And the global market is almost the sky's the limit. The right skilled resources so that we can uh, contribute and we can grab those opportunities in international market and the local market and value proposition. But for us to be able to do that, we also technologically do that. We need to have the technologically skilled resources so that we can keep up with the world. That where things are going. So that we can pass these benefits to our client and customer, and we as an industry can grow. So the opportunities are huge. We have proven ourselves that we can deliver, but we just have to keep uh, developing our skill set and mitigating the challenges that Mr. Rashad Noman was mentioning. And if we can do that, then we will see a huge opportunity and it will increase in our business and revenue and as a country. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Wahid Sharif, for your wonderful speech. And from your speech, we have heard that there are a lot of countries who have stepped into this BPO market, and as market is quite big. From the statistics, we know that it's around $500 billion. Now, I'd like to invite Mr. Uh, Raymond Devadas, Call Center Association of Malaysia, President of Call Center Association of Malaysia, to give his speech and tell us how you see BPO's role on digital transformation around the world and how Malaysia is stepping into it. Mr. Raymond.
Sure, thank you. Thank you very much for having me to share a little bit of the Malaysian experience. I think as both the moderator, the keynote speaker, and also Wahid Bhai has mentioned how important digital transformation is. And and for Malaysia, we started this BPO business perhaps about maybe slightly about 9 or 10 years more before Bangladesh. We started this business about 20 years ago. And I think under very similar circumstances where because we started because of labor arbitrage. Cost was cheap, and this is how we essentially started developing this business about 20 years ago. But we also realized that that can never be a sustainable factor. So over the years, we also sort of developed different plans, and one of those plans was to develop Malaysia as a multilingual hub for the world when it came to BPO services. Now, you got to understand, to give you a little bit of background, Malaysia is a very small country. We only have 30 million population. So we cannot scale up like some of the other countries who are also active in the BPO space. So therefore, we had to find a niche area to grow ourselves, and one of those areas was to provide multilingual services. And today, Malaysia provides, if you put all the BPO companies together, we we are able to support close to 47 different languages and dialects out of Malaysia, out of all the Malaysian delivery centers. And that has typically been how we have sort of progressed this industry in the last 20 years. And today we have close to 600 companies plus in the BPO space, an investment of close to 5 billion US last year in this industry, and it continues to grow at a compounded annual growth rate of about 12 to 15%. And just to give a little bit of a background of the industry. Now, we also realize, just like how it is in Bangladesh, we also realize that we cannot continue to always compete on labor and cost arbitrage and being able to provide multilingual support. And again, because we cannot scale, because we only have a small population of 30 million, of which 50% of them contribute to the economy, so roughly about 15 people million work in this industry, well, work in the country. And in this industry, about 3% of that of the population work in the customer, in the area of serving customers. And because we realize that it is we cannot scale up, it has become more important for us to upskill ourselves in the area of digital transformation. So the idea is to be able to do more with less. And that has been a big push factor for us in the BPO industry to embrace this new dimension which we call the digital transformation. So over the last 4 to 5 years, we begin to see that a lot of our member companies and a lot of BPO companies in Malaysia have already gone up the curve in terms of investing in areas into cloud-based infrastructure. And to give a very quick example, we very seamlessly moved from working from office to working from home. In a short span of time, because we had the infrastructure, our internet structure, we have about 85% internet penetration rate in urban and suburban areas. And given that our industry works and embraces the cloud-based infrastructure, we were able to work from home very quickly. And apart from that, we've been investing a lot in AI, in robotics, self-automation, self-service and automation, speech analytics, analytics in the area of using big data and as well as dark data, and also now with a lot of things moving from offline to online, we are seeing companies investing more in the areas of security, in the area of biometrics, for example, voice biometrics and verification, for example. So these are new areas that companies are beginning to put in a lot more money. So maybe just to sum up, the Malaysian experience in this is that a lot of money and a lot of investment has gone in over the last 4 to 5 years in the area of digital and digital transformation, primarily because of the inherent need to want to compete, given that we have a very small population size and that we really need to find ways and new ways to be able to do more with less people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Raymond. It's wonderful to hear that with the limited resource, you are doing very well. And from your speech, we understood that there definitely the cost must be reduced to serve better in the BPO sector. And we, in Bangladesh, we already have government is putting different solutions, helping the sector uh, to grow and facilitating through different initiatives. Now I would like to invite Mr. Imdadul Haq, Secretary General of ISPAB, and I would like to hear from you that already government has given some facility, like they made the internet cheaper and available around the country. And tell us what other ITS sectors are helping to grow the BPO sectors, as you are from ISPB, Mr. Imdad.
Um, Thank you, Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished guest from whom I have brought. Especially, I'd like to thank BACCO to organize this type of session and invite us. আসলে আমি শুরু করতে চাই, আজকে একটা ফেসবুকে একটা পোস্ট দেখলাম, বাক্যর সেক্রেটারি জেনারেল তৌহিদ হোসেন ভাই একটা পোস্ট দিয়েছে গত 1 তারিখে। সেটা রাঙ্গামাটিতে একটা ফ্যামিলি, তার হাজবেন্ড ওয়াইফ দুজন, তারা প্রাকৃতিক দৃশ্য দেখতে গিয়েছে। সেখানে যাওয়ার পরে হঠাৎ একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট ঘটে, ভদ্রমহিলার পা পিছলে পা ভেঙে যায়। ভেঙে যাওয়ার পরে সে কাউকে খুঁজে পাচ্ছিল না সেখানে, যে কিভাবে তার সাপোর্টটা নিবে, কিভাবে সে সেখান থেকে উদ্ধার হবে। বাট এখানে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশের যে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ আমরা বলছি, যে এই ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, ভবিষ্যৎ ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ যেটা হচ্ছে 999 যখন সে কল করেছে, সাথে সাথে পার্শ্ববর্তী যে পুলিশ সেখানে হাজির হয়েছে এবং লোকাল লোকজনের সহযোগিতায় তাকে উদ্ধার করে তাকে চিকিৎসা দিয়েছে। তো আমাদের মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী যে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ, যেটা সরকার চাচ্ছে যে প্রত্যন্ত অঞ্চলে বাংলাদেশের দুর্গম পাহাড়ি অঞ্চল আছে, প্রত্যেকটা জায়গায় ইন্টারনেট প্রসারের জন্য যে অবারিত সুযোগ সরকার করে দিয়েছে, তার ব্যাক এন্ডে এই কল সেন্টার বা আমাদের ব্যাংকিং। এখন এই ইন্টারনেট প্রসারের জন্য সরকার আসলে আমাদের জন্য কি করেছে, যেটা আমিনুল ভাই জানতে চেয়েছেন। আমরা জানি সিমি 4 আমাদের সাথে কানেক্টেড, আমরা সিমি 4 এর সাথে কানেক্টেড, সিমি 5 আমাদের সাথে কানেক্টেড। এখন সিমি 6 যেটা, সেটাও অতি সম্প্রতি সরকার অনুমোদন দিয়েছে। আমরা আশা করছি যে আগামী 2 বছরের মধ্যে হয়তো সিমি 6। তার সাথে সাথে বঙ্গবন্ধু স্যাটেলাইট, যে স্যাটেলাইটের মাধ্যমে আমরা সারা দেশটাকে, দেশের যে কোনো প্রত্যন্ত অঞ্চলে আমরা ইন্টারনেট পৌঁছে দেওয়ার জন্য, সেটা যেটা আমাদের মাননীয় প্রধান বলছেন যে গ্রামকে শহরে রূপান্তর করা, সেই লক্ষ্যে কিন্তু আমরা এগিয়ে যাচ্ছি। আমরা জানি যে আমরা ইন্টারনেট প্রত্যেকটা জেলাতে, থানাতে পৌঁছে গিয়েছি, কিন্তু সরকার ইনফো সরকার 3 প্রজেক্ট, যেটা আইসিটি মিনিস্ট্রির আগামী 1 বছরের মধ্যে আমরা আশা করছি ইনফো সরকার 3 যে ফ্যাসিলিটি, সেই ফ্যাসিলিটিস নিয়ে গ্রাম থেকে গ্রামান্তরে, বিশেষ করে ইউনিয়ন পর্যায়ে যখন আমরা ফাইবার অপটিক নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পৌঁছে গিয়েছি, প্রত্যেকটা গ্রামে আমরা আমাদের এই নেটওয়ার্কটা বিস্তৃতি ঘটাতে পারবো এবং আমাদের ইন্টারনেট সেবাটা আমরা ইন্টারনেট সেবা প্রত্যেকটা গ্রামে পৌঁছাতে পারবো। এখন আমাদের ব্রডব্যান্ড ইন্টারনেট আছে প্রায় 1 কোটি। এখন আমাদের টার্গেট হলো আগামী 2 বছরের মধ্যে আরো 1 কোটি সেবা আমরা যাতে দিতে পারি, এবং সেই লক্ষ্যেই সরকার এবং বিশেষ করে আইএসপিবি একসাথে কাজ করছে। তো আমরা যেটা আমি শুরু করেছিলাম, যে সরকারের সুদূর প্রসারী যে লক্ষ্য, সেই লক্ষ্যে আমাদের এই আইসিটি সেক্টর তথা বেসিস, বিসিএস, বাক্কো, আইএসপিবি, আমাদের আইসিটি পরিবার, যেই পরিবার আমাদের এই সরকারের লক্ষ্য অর্জনে ব্যাক এন্ডে কাজ করে যাচ্ছে। আমরা জানি যে আমাদের ভিশন এবং মিশন কি, আমরা সেই লক্ষ্যে যদি আমরা এখনকার মতো একত্রিত করছে, এই সহযোগিতাটা যদি অব্যাহত থাকে, আমরা আশা করছি অতি সহজেই আমরা পূর্ণাঙ্গ ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ, যেটা গ্রাম হবে শহর, সেই লক্ষ্যে পৌঁছতে পারবো। ধন্যবাদ ওহিদ ভাই, আমিনুল ভাই।
Thank you, Imdad Bhai. We can see there are several new other verticals of business are evolving based on technology. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Zayed, Abdullah Zayed, CEO of Zayed Corporation, to give his speech on the new segment of techno-driven businesses that are growing around the world and our position amongst them. Mr. Zayed.
Thank you, Amadul Bhai, for handing over me the platform. First of all, I'd like to start my speech by thanking our Honorable Foreign Chief Guest, Honorable Foreign Minister, and all the distinguished guests present here, home and abroad. So, as we are discussing about BPO and the possibilities of online businesses, over the years, many things have changed and developed, as we can see in this 21st century, and especially after the COVID effect, we can all see that the businesses and the usual practices of businesses are transforming. So, and also in an economic crash like this one, we can see that many people and many jobs are being wiped off. Actually, many young people are suffering from not having jobs or sufficient financial support. So, but I would feel proud to announce that there are like countless opportunities that are being opened due to the internet era that we call. So I would like to grab the attention of the young people to have a look into the few opportunities that this 21st century presents to them. So apart from the BPO industries, and we can actually call it part of BPO because these all the works that are being done now are part of outsourcing. All about bringing foreign remittance to this country. Uh, so let's have a look into a few of the tasks and a few of the categories, industries that can help us and our country achieving the $5 billion goal that we have set as a country by 2025. So let's look at the SaaS industries. So in our if we look at Indian market, India is targeting to bring like $15 billion by 2025 just alone from SaaS. If we look at the e-commerce industry, Vietnam is targeting to bring $30 billion of e-commerce business just using the e-commerce platform. And if we look at Amazon, India is also targeting to bring $5 billion in next 4 years just from Amazon. So if we look into the different categories, apart from the traditional works, there have been the emerge of new possible professions, such as being a SaaS entrepreneur, being an e-commerce entrepreneur, being a founder of a digital business, doing print on demand, being connected with Amazon FBA market, being your own boss by doing affiliate marketing, and all these segments that are possible to bring millions of dollars. And there are people in Bangladesh who are like doing these works and having their own companies and building their new businesses that are currently sitting on a multi-million dollar valuations and actually have the potential of building $1 billion businesses, since we can actually see examples from countries like India, Vietnam, Philippines, and Myanmar. So people here watching, the young people especially watching these seminars and Digital World 2020, I would like to request all the people to also have a look into these industries, because these industries welcome young and innovative minds, and give it a try. And I'm sure that if you study well, if you put your heart into these industries, you will be achieving success. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Zaid, and thanks to everyone for especially the presentation was wonderful, and all the speakers have expressed that one thing we have found here, that if we can build a proper infrastructure and if we can grow the resources, if we can train them on a specific skill set, we can do much better what we are doing now. Already 50,000 employments are done in the BPO sector. We are targeting 100,000 employment by 2021, and it will increase day by day if we can incorporate uh, one after another processes in Bangladesh. And through those processes, we can build up digital Bangladesh, what our honorable prime ministers have declared. we will go towards that goal. And at this moment, we are at the end of this seminar, and I would like to conclude this seminar by thanking all the audiences and viewers who are right now watching this program, and hope we will overcome this pandemic situation together, and try to keep safe, and of course wear mask wherever you go. If you go outside, wear mask, sanitize yourself, and keep safe. Thank you very much.